the summer of 1969, humanity achieved what had once been considered impossible. For the first time in history, human beings would leave their home planet and set foot on another world, the moon. This extraordinary journey was part of NASA's Apollo program, a bold initiative born during the height of the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union. The mission that would change everything was called Apollo 11. On July 16, 1969, a massive rocket known as the Saturn V launched from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Towering over 100 meters tall, it was the most powerful rocket ever built at the time. Inside the spacecraft were 3 astronauts, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins. As the engines ignited, millions of people around the world watched in awe. The ground shook, flames roared, and the rocket slowly lifted into the sky, carrying with it the hopes and dreams of all humanity. After reaching orbit around Earth, the spacecraft began its journey toward the moon, traveling nearly 400,000 kilometers through the vast emptiness of space. For 3 days, the astronauts floated in zero gravity, carefully monitoring their systems and preparing for the most critical phase of the mission. As Apollo 11 approached the moon, the spacecraft separated into 2 parts: the command module, piloted by Michael Collins, and the lunar module named Eagle, which would carry Armstrong and Aldrin to the lunar surface. On July 20th, 1969, the Eagle began its descent. The landing was far from easy. As the module approached the surface, Armstrong noticed that the planned landing site was filled with dangerous rocks and craters. With limited fuel remaining, he took manual control, carefully guiding the spacecraft to a safer location. The tension was immense. Back on Earth, Mission Control held its breath. Then finally, Armstrong's calm voice broke the silence. "Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed." Cheers erupted across the control room and around the world. Hours later, it was time for the moment that would define the mission. Neil Armstrong slowly descended the ladder of the lunar module. Beneath him lay the untouched surface of the moon, silent, desolate, and covered in fine gray dust. As he reached the final step, he paused briefly, then stepped onto the surface. "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." With those words, history was made. Buzz Aldrin soon joined him, describing the landscape as magnificent desolation. Together, they spent about 2.5 hours exploring the surface. They collected samples of lunar rocks and soil, set up scientific instruments, and planted the American flag. They also left behind a plaque that read, "We came in peace for all mankind." Meanwhile, Michael Collins remained in orbit above them, alone in the command module, ensuring that the mission could return safely to Earth. After completing their tasks, Armstrong and Aldrin returned to the lunar module and lifted off.
Neil still occupied with the bulk sample. Neil's been on the surface a few minutes longer than 2 hours.
Buzz, this is Houston. You have approximately 3 minutes until you must commence your EVA termination activities. Over.
Roger, understand.
Okay, the hatch is closed and latched. Yes, I did. And we got about, I'd say 20 pounds of carefully selected, if not documented, samples. Houston, Roger, well done, out.